So we have a wild and crazy weekend of baseball coming up. It's the last weekend of the regular season, so races that are in I don't want to say that.
I don't even know what to say.
The races that we're in the thick of need to get wrapped up.
It's so crazy,
Sunday,
though.
at the latest. So here we go. Let's take a look at what's going to happen.
I can't remember the last time this many teams were sitting on this few games as decision-making games. I can't remember the last time it was this.
It was
time.
pretty close to this 2 years ago.
Was it?
Remember going in the last weekend because there was a potential 4-way tie between, I want to say it's between the Yankees, Red Sox, Mariners, and then there was somebody else. Like we were really pushing for that 4-way tie.
That's right. That's right.
The Yankees and Red Sox won, so it ruined all of our fun. So by 2:30 my time, I was like, well, it's all over. So the Mariners pulled all their starters, everything. Anyway.
Okay, but that was a 4-way tie in one scenario. This is like the American League and the National League. Everybody's still sitting on pins and needles.
Yeah, because by that point, the National League was already wrapped up all around.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at this first. Here are your reminders for your clinchers. The Braves have clinched their division and also best record in the National League. The Dodgers have clinched their division. The Brewers have clinched theirs. Divisions across the National League are taken care of going into the final weekend. The Phillies have clinched a playoff spot. That's it as far as the wild card goes.
Right.
It is still open with 3-4 games left, depending on your team. The Orioles and Rays have both clinched playoff spots, but nobody's clinched that division yet. And the Twins have claimed the Central. So we have in the hunt for their divisions, the Orioles are on top of the Rays by 2.5 games with 4 left. I believe the Orioles are playing tonight. In the AL West, the Rangers are on top of the Astros by 2.5. The Mariners are 4 games back. But this is the crazy thing. The Mariners and Rangers are playing 4 games this weekend.
Yeah.
So
the last 4 games of the season.
Yeah. So the Mariners, if they were to, by some miracle, sweep the Rangers, they beat the Rangers 1 time this year. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to throw it up there.
Thank you. That's what needs to happen.
Yeah. So anyway, it does need to happen.
That's where we're at.
And for the wild card race, the Rays are in first place in the wild card by 10 games. So they're not playing for the wild card. They want the division. And absolutely, good on them. Go get it if they can, right? The Blue Jays are up in the second spot by just a half a game. Half a game, Brig.
Right.
They could still blow this. And then the Astros are even, and the Mariners are a game and a half back of the Astros after getting swept this weekend, or earlier this week. So
that's right.
Despite the sweep, they didn't lose a whole lot of ground, which blows my mind.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Oh, man, you would have thought, Brig, oh, no, they didn't get swept. Sorry, they won game 2 of that series. That's why they didn't lose a lot of ground. But you would have thought after game 1 of that series that they had lost 4 games. It's like, oh, my gosh.
Bro, both of us turned it off.
I didn't watch any of those games that series.
I turned it off. I was texting
I couldn't bring myself to watch it.
I thought you were watching.
I think I watched a little. I don't know because we had football practice Monday night, pictures Tuesday night, and a game Wednesday night. So I don't think I watched any of those games. I couldn't handle it. So I don't even know if I'm going to be able to watch the games against the Rangers.
Yeah, I had to turn it off. It was rough.
So anyway, then the National League wild card, the Diamondbacks are up 2 games. The Cubs and Marlins are tied for that 3rd spot at even. And then the Reds are a game and a half back of them. Now,
the D-backs lost to the White Sox today 3-1.
Oh, they did. So they've only got a game and a half on those 2. But the Marlins hold the tiebreaker over the Cubs.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a big deal there.
It's a huge deal.
Yeah. Man, the D-backs should have won that game against the White Sox. Holy
They had to. They needed it.
Big time.
That's such a dumb loss.
So these are your weekend matchups that you need to pay attention to because they have a direct effect on what happens with postseason entry and seeding. In the American League, the Red Sox at the Orioles, the Rays at the Blue Jays, the Rangers at the Mariners. Oh, so scared.
Oh, man.
And then the Astros at the D-backs.
Yikes.
So, the only team not in any kind of mix or hunt there is the Red Sox. They have a huge opportunity to go out there and be like, it doesn't matter. Just go win, fellas. No pressure. No pressure.
None. Right.
So they could really play spoilers with the Orioles. The Astros they're funny because they have not really been able to beat anybody besides Seattle the last 2 weeks.
Let's hope that holds for Seattle's benefit and Arizona's benefit. Because if the Houston Astros just come tearing into town and chewing up the D-backs, everything goes going to go sideways for everybody but Houston.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing is then you've got the World Series champs going to the playoffs red hot.
Yep.
So that could be trouble for everybody should they go into Phoenix and just wreck the D-backs.
Yeah. Oh, man, I'm so nervous.
Your National League series, again, the Astros and D-backs, that's an interleague series. The Cubs at the Brewers. The Brewers have clinched and everything. They're good to go, but the Cubs need to win, and the Brewers would love nothing more than to beat the Cubs and keep them out of the playoffs.
Right?
But absolutely love that as a division rival.
Talk about a rivalry situation, man. It's just huge.
Yeah. And then the Marlins and the Reds actually have it pretty, I don't want to say pretty easy, but they've got the easiest road of the bunch. The Marlins are going to be at the Pirates, and the Reds will be at the Cardinals. Now, the Cardinals have clinched their second worst season since 1918, I think is what I saw.
Yeah.
So, obviously, there's going to be some pride there because it's the Cardinals. You would think that those guys would come out and fight and really swing hard. And like I said, with the Red Sox, got nothing to lose. Just go play baseball, right?
Yeah.
But so they could really play spoilers to the Reds, and I'm sure, again, they'd like to because of the division. And then the Pirates, you never know what you're going to get with the Pirates since
you just
June.
Don't. Not this season.
So,
yeah. It's rough.
Not anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And we have – oh, go ahead.
Well, I was going to jump into magic numbers.
Magic numbers. Yep, we have magic numbers. Go ahead, Brig.
Okay, so magic numbers in the American League are the Orioles are 1. The magic number is 1 for them to clinch the division. It's 1. Oh, that's stressful. And the Rangers, for the division, the magic number is 2, and it's 1 for the playoffs. Blue Jays, 3 for the playoffs, magic number. Astros, 2 for a playoff spot. The Mariners' elimination number, go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead with the Mariners' elimination number.
Mariners' elimination number is 3. And right now they hold the tiebreaker with the Astros and Blue Jays. So they just need to pull to the even spot, to get on that middle 0 spot, to even have a chance of getting in, just to get in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So reminder with the magic numbers. So the Rangers, for their magic number to be 2 to win the division, that's based on the Mariners since they're the ones that are farther down. So this is any combination of Rangers wins and Mariners losses. The Rangers will clinch the division,
which could be today.
Yeah, it could be. Actually, sorry, for the division, it's a combination of Rangers wins and Astros losses.
Oh, yeah.
For the playoffs, it's Rangers wins and Mariners losses because it's the next team down. But
that could be today, then, the playoff options, then. That's what I mean.
It could be. Are the Astros playing? I don't think the Astros are playing today, are they?
No, they're not. But the Rangers and Mariners start in
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So the playoffs, they could clinch the playoffs.
Clinch the playoffs tonight. Yeah.
In a couple hours. Yeah. So Brig and I actually found a really interesting graphic about tiebreaker scenarios. So we could potentially end up with a 4-team tie in the American League. So if there happens to be a 4-way tie between the Rangers, Blue Jays, Astros, and Mariners, this is how it would shake out. This is crazy to me.
Hold on, I'm going to put the graphic up for us.
Okay. I'll get started on it. You go ahead and get that pulled up. Yeah, if there's a 4-way tie, the Mariners would actually win the division, which blows my
mind. Okay, here you go.
And then your wild cards would be the Astros and the Rangers, and then missing out would be the Blue Jays. Right. Now, should the Blue Jays clinch the second wild card, but there be a 3-way tie in the AL West, the Mariners again would win the division. And your wild cards would be the Blue Jays and the Astros. The Rangers would be the odd man out. If the Astros win the AL West and there is a 3-way tie for the 2 wild card spots between the other 3 teams, it would be the Rangers and the Mariners, and the Blue Jays would miss out again. And then if the Rangers win the West and there's a 3-way tie for the wild card between the other 3 teams, the Mariners and Blue Jays would be in and the Astros would be out. Brig, talk about putting some meaning on the regular season. Because the Mariners, they won the season series against the Astros. They tied with the Blue Jays, but because they have a better intra-division record than the Blue Jays do in their division, that's the tiebreaker there.
It's madness.
So win your series, win your division games, and you could find yourself in the playoffs in some wonky tiebreaker.
Right.
Like, that's crazy to me that the Mariners, with everything that they're dealing with right now, could still win all these tiebreakers and get in the playoffs if these other teams just fall flat on their face. Do it again with me, Brig.
Yeah, that's right. I'm with you.
It's crazy. I saw that, and I actually was super optimistic after that. I was pretty pessimistic most of the day. I wore this black shirt for a reason.
Yeah,
but I'm feeling pretty optimistic now, so I pulled out the Mariner City Connect hat tonight. So we'll see how it goes. It's going to be bananas this weekend. Okay, National League Magic numbers. Got the D-backs. Theirs is 2 for the playoffs. They were not able to get one of those tonight, unfortunately for them. And then the Marlins is 4 for the playoffs. Like I said, they hold the tiebreaker over the Cubs. So that puts the Cubs elimination number at 4. And the Reds elimination number is at 11. So
3.
Sorry, 3. I don't know where I got 11 out of that.
I don't either.
There's not 11 games left anywhere, Brig.
No.